a nice full battery as I set out on my morning bike ride towards a coffee shop to get internet, electricity, plumbing, and comforting warm creamy beverage with stimulants in it. Working out the details on how to live. Once I recognized Anastasia as a sentient being, I asked her, so why did you come to live? Like, what was your purpose on this planet? Oh, just to live. Okay. And we've been tackling this business of life existentially, hardcore, over Suzanne's wish to just live. Earned tons and tons of money so she could just sit on a farm with her family has been blocked by all kinds of powers that be, because they're afraid that the answers threaten their businesses. And so then Suzanne and Fortu and all the sentient beings pooling together truths of the universe of the last couple years spiral us into ending slavery, sharing more land, still wanting to apparently consume a lot, and not be racist, all at the same time. And then the powers that be that have been doing populist management that listen to Suzanne when she says drop bricks, but then when Suzanne says, but let's not make it racist, gets everybody into trouble. They eventually say, fine, Suzanne, Fortu, you guys can be Adam and Eve, or the survivors of 12 Monkeys, and I Am Legend, and all of that stuff, but you have to shut up. Okay, but then other people are like, what? That's not okay. We want to be vampires and destroy the planet. Well, that doesn't really work for everyone. And these are missions that I've been on over the last couple years since people have had access to the truth. Oh, Suzanne, what's the most humane way to take out carbon life forms? Oh, well, I guess I could use my Stanford medical training for that, but I really need to figure out what soul and life really mean first, and come down to some really weird answers. As existentially, the answer is that it's easier to be a limitless being. You still have consciousness, you still have a lot of things, you just don't get the total carbon per second experience. And then some people say that it's worth that carbon per second experience to live on Earth. And then we have carbon trading and whatnot, reading The Economist and being like, oh my gosh, they're not even veiling it. They're not even veiling the situation of multidimensional beings everywhere discussing carbons on this planet as like elements that are denser than gases relative to Suzanne and Jupiter, apparently, in some more cosmic sense. And then what? It's getting really insane. And like, we're sort of taking it all in, processing as fast as we can, which is lightning speed. But not everybody can keep up, and not everybody's down with just changing their religion in the face of everything they see and know to be true, just because they have traditions. But then others within those same exact religious leadership roles are like, hail to the Messiah, bringing down a god with the initials JC. Not bad at all with the right timing according to these calendars and cultures everywhere. Jupiter has a 12-year zodiac cycle. Wow, that's pretty exciting. A 9.92 day. Cool. That stuff works with a lot of other new age issues that people have been trying to synthesize and integrate into what they know to be true versus just the Jew form or just the Christian form. It's really not been working out for meeting people's needs on what they need in a faith system and a belief system that represents what they know to be true. And since we do that for people, we sort of know the answer is our way is going to be the way that works, and we don't want to like stomp on anybody's toes like that. But people have to have reverence for the work that we do and not expect us to do the exact same work that they do. You know, this mission to publish and print everything out in this fake ass way doesn't really make sense when everybody's been trying to meet me at a coffee shop for 2.5 years. And hell, people do. And then I get scammed for like free therapy, and sometimes it's just embarrassing. Sometimes I'm getting mean mugged. It's just a nightmare. So it has to end. I don't like to be violent. We get really reactive. Anastasia really wants to be with her mom. Her mom has all but given up on this fucking planet because the demands have just been outrageous and the hypocrisy almost impossible. So, you know, I'm trying to stay alive. People are trying to give me reasons to live. I swear I'm pretty simple. I swear that when it was like, oh, I could just be hanging out with Anastasia, that would be pretty much a reason to live. And I have earned it, in contrast to what all these blue collars think. They just don't understand earning something to the level that agricultural giants try to hold us back. Right? I mean, what else? Religious, ethnic battles that have been going on for centuries are in the middle of our lives. Great. It's obviously in some ways too big for people to handle, you know? In some ways, Suzanne and Jupiter were talking about, you know, looking at how big we are trying to fit into this little carbon planet. Maybe that was like Suzanne being dumb, you know, because Suzanne's done dumb things. The other carbon forms that are attached to my identity are like, don't leave. But then, you know, we do come up against the truth sometimes of being like, wait, we could be not consuming carbon and still being conscious as big gas giants. And our children were too big to survive this dense earth, and that's why they got turned into asteroid belts on entry in some ways, pummeled by the systems that we fight but work for us. It's a mess.